Whitestrake's Mayhem is in full swing in the Elder Scrolls Online. Lots of players are dying, killing, repairing walls, taking keeps. It's a good time. A friend recently told me the best way to grind AP in the game is actually using the AP train. What is the AP train and how can you get in on it during this event? In this video, I'm going to go over the answers to both of those questions, so make sure you watch the entire video so you know all the details about the AP train and the best way to get AP out of this farming method. As always, if you subscribe and like this video, it helps me keep making videos just like this. So hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Well, the AP train is something that's been happening for a while now in the Elder Scrolls Online, but I actually had no idea about it until a good friend of mine let me know that I missed the best way to farm AP in my last video. Well, I'm so glad he pointed this out because I've joined in on the AP train the past 3 days of the event, and I've been grinding AP like I never have before. So let's break it down. What is the AP train? So in the campaign in Cyrodiil, specifically in Quagmire, if you load into this campaign, all 3 alliances will sweep their way through the resources and castle at Blackboot. This is the first castle off of the Aldemary Dominion base. So how does the AP train work? Well, simply put, each alliance will go through each of the resources, hitting the lumber mill, the mine, and then the farm, and then storming the castle, gaining the AP bonuses for taking over each item. Now, the key to this is that each alliance allows the other alliance to take over the resources and keep without fighting to keep it. So for example, we'll run to the lumber mill, take it over. As soon as it's popped that we have capped it and we get our alliance point bonus, we will immediately run to the next resource, which is the mine, take it over, and then repeat. After we've taken over the farm, we head into the castle, which is not repaired. This part is the really key part. You should not repair the walls, do not repair the doors. If you do, the other alliances will have trouble capping and it'll mess up the entire train, taking it off the tracks. So put away those repair kits, run through the door, take the keep, and then run out the back wall, which should be taken down as well. So don't repair the wall, don't repair the doors. That's really important. The other thing is most players will leave the other alliances alone. So don't focus on killing the other alliances as they come in to take over the resources or the keep. Simply cap it, get your alliance points, and then head on out. Now, some alliances, I'm looking at UEP, will try to throw off the train by staying in the castle, bombing the players, etc. There's always going to be those people who will take advantage knowing that the train is running, and I'll show you the bomb spots here. So if you have someone wearing sentry or throwing the flare to reveal these hidden players, you'll be totally fine. I've also noticed that people are really good about rezzing you if you are bombed or if you die in the castle trying to fight to keep the cap and keep the train going. So just trust in your group and keep it moving. Now that we know what the basis of the AP train is, let's talk about the best way to get the most alliance points out of this. Well, the first thing you should do, which I also learned this event, is to go kill a delve boss in Cyrodiil. That's right, the very first thing you should do upon entering the zone is running to a delve, and I find that, at least on the Aldemary Dominion, which I've been running for this event, the best delve to head to is the Bloodmane Cave, because there's usually not too many other alliances there. If I see anybody, it's only been yellow so far. If you go to the other 2 delves here, just above Blackboot Castle, you risk running into blue and red players, and I found that they're not always super nice about letting me complete the kill on the delve boss. So just be mindful of that and make sure you're looking out for the other alliances when you kill the delve boss. But killing this delve boss actually gives you a 20% boost to AP earned in Cyrodiil, and this buff lasts for an hour. This is really great because the event Whitestrake's Mayhem is already giving you a 100% boost to your AP. So that means you're gaining double AP for every resource and keep that you cap. This is going to increase that by another 20%. So you're already getting another 20% of AP for an entire hour before you have to worry about getting this buff back up again. Very much worth it. It's the first thing I try to do when I hit the zone. So even though it can take a little bit if the boss is already dead, it's well worth the 10-20 minutes it takes to go do this before joining the train. The other thing that you can do is to eat a Colovian War Torres. Now this is that special green recipe book that spawns at one of the resource nodes randomly in the entirety of Cyrodiil. So it's a pretty hard thing to find, but if you know a guildie or someone who can make them for you, it's really helpful. You can also purchase them at guild traders if you don't want to spend the gold on the recipe or haven't yet found it yet yourself. But having these Colovian War War Torres will give you another 50% boost in alliance points for 30 minutes. Now this is another huge boost to your AP, so you're going to be getting a lot more just by popping this Colovian War Torres. Now it only lasts for 30 minutes, but it shows on your bar as a buff, so just keep an eye on this and make sure you keep popping them as you're running through this train. Now you can morph it into the other options if you have the recipe. There's the Molten War Torres and the White Gold War Torres, which you can convert the Colovian War Torres into using the Chef Arquitus's Tort Dissertation or the Chef Arquitus's Lost Thesis. Note that if you have these recipes and you combine them, you will need a couple of additional ingredients to make them, but they will give you a corresponding 100% boost in alliance points and 150 alliance points boost. So if you're really trying to grind, these could be worth looking into as an option as well. Last but not least, there is a mythic item called Mora's Whispers that came out with the Necron DLC, and this gives you an additional 10% bonus to AP, XP, etc. earned. So this is another great item to add to your build if you're looking to maximize your AP gain. Now that you are buffed up and you have the most amount of alliance points gained possible, it's time to join the train. So how do you find this train? You can always type looking for group in chat, and this is a great way to get picked up by other players who are already joining the train, noting that zone chat in Cyrodiil is only for your alliance. So you will only be talking to the Aldemary Dominion players if you're on yellow, Daggerfall if you're on blue, etc. If you haven't already come in with friends wanting to join this train from your guild, then this is a great way to find a group as well. But you can always just look for the Zerg of your alliance. It's pretty easy to find the giant group of people who aren't marked as your enemies running from resource to resource. So you can pop open your map, check out which resources are turning, and look for the one that is under attack that is about to turn your color. Noting that the rotation usually goes lumber, mine, farm, then keep. Once you find the group of your alliance, all you have to do is follow them even if you're not grouped up. And again, like I said, it's pretty quick, so you want to cap the resource and get out of there and get on to the next resource. Now, as you can see here, sometimes the train doesn't run. The alliances can very easily mess it up for each other if they try to hold the keep, hold a resource, if there's a group going rogue and trying to bomb the other alliances while they're trying to take the resources. It can slow down the train and even take it right off the track. But for the most part, I have seen this train run very smoothly, and I've gotten upwards of 100,000 alliance points per couple of runs. So this is a really easy way to start racking up those alliance points and making bank, while mostly doing not a whole lot of attacking or fighting since there's the power in your Zerg group. But if the train is off the tracks, I would highly recommend going to run some dailies in one of the towns that your alliance owns, and keep an eye on the castle from the map to see if the train starts running again. You can look at the map and know in about 30 seconds to a minute to know if the train is running, just by how often the resources are changing, and they're changing in the order of your alliance color. You could also pop into Imp City, get your ticket there, and come back and see if the train has come back on the tracks. Now that you know how to run the train, you know how to get the most alliance points. What should you be spending your alliance points on? Well, there's a lot of really good ways to turn your alliance points into gold and just use them to get unique rewards. There are some very cool style pages that you can only purchase with AP. So if you're looking to get some prestigious styles so people know that you're good at PvP, or at least that you have a lot of alliance points, you can check those out at some of the vendors found in Cyrodiil. Don't forget that the Golden is also going to be here the rest of this weekend, as well as next weekend, where she will have rings from every set that you can get in Cyrodiil. Now you can also buy curated sets with your AP points, meaning that you can fill in your sticker book if you're looking to get some of those fun sets such as Deadly, Dark Convergence, Vicious Death, Shared Pain. A lot of these sets are used by players in Cyrodiil, and I'm sure you've seen them if you've played in the CP. So if you're looking to get something for a build, then these curated boxes are for you. Another thing to note is if you're looking to get the sets to sell, is to go to the corresponding towns such as Bruma, Velastris, and Cropsford, where you can buy them for only 12,000 alliance points versus the 20,000 that it is to buy at the vendor. As long as your alliance has the town, you can walk in, speak to the vendors, purchase what you would like to get, and then walk out and save 8,000 alliance points per pop. Even if you put your alliance points in the bank and switch to a different toon who's a different alliance, you can still use them to purchase, so keep that in mind if your alliance doesn't currently hold the town that you're looking for. Now, in addition to that, there's also Dawn Prism. Now, Dawn Prisms can sell at guild traders because they're needed for master writs. So you can purchase Dawn Prisms and sell them at the guild trader and make a decent chunk of gold off your alliance points. Now, this event is happening and Hakejo is dropping. So if you're going to buy Hakejo or something like that, maybe some Kuda, then you can certainly sell those as well, but I would recommend waiting until a little bit after the event so that the prices have gone back up, because a lot of people are going to have Hakeja that they earned, or they're going to be selling what they've dropped at the guild traders, so the price is likely going to go down. But it will go back up, as all things do, as the events fade. Now, you can also purchase Alliance Spell Power Pots and sell them in the guild traders as well. A lot of PvE players need these and they'll purchase them since it's just about as expensive to buy the pots as it is to buy the separate ingredients. So this is going to be a great way for PC and console alike to purchase and flip your AP points. That's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you are enjoying the Whitestrakes event and getting a lot of Alliance points, as well as Telvar, as you complete your dailies and get your tickets. If I missed anything in this video or you have anything you'd like to add, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I also want to thank my members. I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. And as always, if you subscribe to my channel and like this video, that really helps me out as well, and I really appreciate any and all support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.